It's Gucci, and I'm back. First of all, let me say I'm sorry, you guys, that I will not be, this video will not be on branding today. I know I'm supposed to do a video on branding today. I had some computer issues that were just horrible. And I had to take my computer in to get it fixed. And I went to the Best Buy that was near my job. And those gentlemen in there, they took care of me. I mean, I was almost literally in tears inside of that Best Buy, okay? Because I thought my computer was just kaput and I was going to lose every single thing that I had on there. I did lose some things, and so I've been having to re-upload things and stuff like that, and that's why I did not have time to do the research that I wanted to do the branding video for you guys. It's probably actually going to be a two-part video because there's a lot of information that I want to tell you guys about branding that'll really help you grow your business. I don't like to give you guys BS. I like to give you my opinions and facts, okay? So this video, I am actually going to be making gifts for the gentleman that helped me in Best Buy because, I mean, I just felt like they saved my life. I have so much on my laptop that if I was to lose everything, I would just be devastated. So today we are going to make them some whiskey / gentleman glasses. And I'm going to try to make them fit, you know, what I felt like their personalities were when I encountered them and I met with them. So we're going to hop over to the laptop that has this brand new hard drive, hunty. And we are going to work on the artwork for the glasses. Then I'm going to pop back on and we're going to go ahead and get them made. Easy, simple, quick. You can do these glasses as gifts or you can do them to actually sell for your business. And there we have our 3 simple designs for our gentleman / whiskey glasses, whichever you'd like to call it. And we're going to go ahead and go to make it. And the silver is different from the crown. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the name. I'm going to go to the 3 dots here, and I'm going to go move to another mat. And I'm going to move it to the mat with the crown because I really don't need this mat. And you see Design Space should stick things wherever it wants, and you can move this around. I'm going to give it a little bit of space because I have to go in here and I have to actually weed these out, so I want to make sure that I have enough room. I'm going to look here. I'm going to move these over some just so I make sure that I have enough room to get in there and actually cut the pieces out so that I can weed. This mat we don't need anymore. This purple one is our dragon, okay? We don't need to mirror anything because we're actually putting it on glasses. It's not HTV, so it can stay just how it is. And when we go to continue, it's gonna look for Oliver. Yes, go ahead and bring Ollie over. Okay. Now we're gonna get Oliver set up with our 3 colors. We need silver, black, and purple. We're gonna get it on the mat. Go ahead and get it cut. And then I'll pop back on the camera and we'll put these glasses together. I'll show you guys how easy it is to make 3 simple little gifts. All right, you guys, so we got Oliver to go ahead and cut all of our stuff out. So we are gonna go ahead and get started on making these simple whiskey / gentleman glasses. So we're gonna go over what it is that we need. Okay. We are going to need our glasses, of course. We have our vinyl that Oliver just cut for us. We have our scissors. We have our little pick tool for weeding our vinyl. DeAndre, who's another pick. You know I name all my supplies. And this one, I haven't given it a name yet because I literally just got it. It came with my Cameo bundle. So it's another little hook that's good for weeding. I'm going to back this up just a little bit because I feel like it's shaking you guys. Okay. Oh, also alcohol and a paper towel just to go ahead and clean our glasses. So what we're going to do is we're going to get those glasses clean first so that the alcohol can dry. And I just like to clean the surface. Okay, and that's just to make sure that my vinyl is going to stick to the glasses properly. Okay. And I got this little thing from the Dollar Tree. I love it. You just press on it like at the nail shop. What we're going to do first, we're going to weed our dragon. And I'll bring you down just a little bit closer while I'm weeding. Forgot to add to our supply list that we need our transfer tape. I think that's because it fell on the floor. And this is just basically contact paper that I got from Walmart, clear, transparent contact paper. It's a very cheap way to get transfer tape. It's very inexpensive, a lot cheaper than buying CRICUT transfer tape or Silhouette transfer tape. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get the Travis onto here so that I can just put it all on as one piece. So we'll see how successful I will be at that. Especially because I'm using this little cover here, because this table is just toe up from the flow up from all my crafting. We also need our scraper. Also forgot to mention our scraper. I just let you know that I am tired. Our scraper or squeegee is what they call it. And that's to go ahead and varnish the vinyl onto the actual contact paper. And once we got it varnished, we'll pull it off. Yes, yes, yes. And we're gonna try to set this up on there as best we can. We will have a little hang off, but that is all right. That is just fine by me. I'm gonna leave that part there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some transfer tape over the whole of it. You want to get that on as smooth as you can, because when you varnish, you don't want it to put any wrinkles inside of your vinyl. You don't want to have to go get your blow dryer to get those wrinkles out. So we want to varnish, and how you know you've done a good job varnishing is if you can kind of see the outline of the design within the transfer tape. So we're gonna peel from the back. See if we got it good. That may need a little bit more. Yep, need to do a little bit more. Right there on the nose part. And we're gonna peel from the back at an angle. So now I varnished it too well, it wants to stick. We shall get it off. Okay. And because we're going on this curved surface, what I like to do is I like to cut my transfer tape just to give it a little bit of leeway. When doing this, be very careful that you don't actually cut your design. You don't want to cut your vinyl because then you're going to have to go back to the laptop, back to the computer, and start all over again. So I'm just giving it some slits in little places. Okay, you see? So that when I put it onto this curved surface, the glass, it will be able to stretch out more for me. So I lay my glass down. I'm gonna find my center. Where I think I want it to be. I'm gonna press down at the middle. Then I'm just gonna go out to one side and out to the other side. Okay. Cutting will also help you with wrinkles and bubbles as well. That's what we don't want in there. And we're just gonna varnish. Okay. And just make sure that we get it on there really good. And then we can start to peel it off. And again, I always peel at an angle. And you'll see it's coming on off. Coming on off. Yes. So there we have Travis's dragon. Yes. Put a little piece of tissue paper inside of the glass so you can see the design better. There it is. Travis and his dragon. Excellent. See how quick that was? One give down. Now let's get our other one going. We'll do Rashawn's next. And I'm going to do the same thing with Rashawn's that I did with Travis's. I'm going to go ahead and put his name onto my other piece of vinyl first. And this would actually be considered layering because I'm going to lay it on top of the other piece. And I'm going to see what part of this cut piece of vinyl I can actually salvage to reuse for his name. And let's see. It will work this little piece here. Put that across his name. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to varnish it. You guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just varnishing just like this, just going over it. Okay. And then I'm going to peel from the back. And with smaller letters, you want to be a little slow when you're peeling just to make sure that everything sticks. And I'm going to size it up here to where I want it to be on his beard. Jones beard. Okay, I think that he'll get a kick out of that. He has that kind of personality. You can see I got real friendly with them Best Buy people because I was finna have a breakdown. So I'm just peeling off that extra piece of transfer tape. And now his name is on there and his beard. And, you know, my goal was to try to make them to fit what I thought their personalities were in the short time that I was there visiting with them. And we're going to cut this extra off here. And just cut around what we don't need. This will make our image easier to work with as well when we get ready to get it onto the glass. And I'm just going to take this and measure. Okay. Put this down. We didn't get all the way to the bottom, but that's quite all right. It's still gonna come off of here for us. And we're just varnishing. Okay. And then we're gonna peel at an angle. And what I'm doing is I'm just applying a little bit of pressure to this part here. I'm pressing down on it a little bit as I pull it away. Just to make sure that all of my letters are going to stay. Bam, we got it. And again, we're gonna give some slits here just so that our decal goes on smoothly with no problems, no wrinkles. This is another reason why I used a cheap version of transfer tape, because that Cricut transfer stuff is too expensive to be cutting slits in it. I try to use that over and over again. So we're going to do the same concept. We're going to find a center where we want this to go on the glass. Make sure that it goes on there straight. And I don't like how that looks. We're going to try to get it back off of there. Gosh darn it, we lost our little mark there. But we're going to go back and get it off. We shall get it off so we can put it back on our transfer tape. I want to be very careful with it because I don't want to damage it. I want it to go on smooth. There we go. We got it off. And we're going to put it back where it was. Okay. And then we're going to get this on there. See, lift you guys up a little bit so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Okay. Find my center. I'm going to push out this way first. And then push out this way next. And you guys really see how I have that little wrinkle there? The slits are going to help me to remove those wrinkles. I don't care if the wrinkle gets on the actual paper itself. I don't want the wrinkle over my design. So that slit is actually going to give me a little bit of leverage to help me out, so that my design isn't wrinkled. Okay, I'm just going to go and I'm going to press, get all that air out of there, and utilize those slits so that my vinyl lays flat. Again, I don't care if I have wrinkles in the paper itself. I don't want the wrinkles in my design. Okay. We didn't get all the way to the bottom with our paper there, so we're gonna have to wait until we get this on there to really get our bottom smoothed out there. We want to make sure that everything lays flat, and we can work around that little wrinkle. And make sure that we get it good, and we'll fix that bottom part when we get this off. And again, I'm peeling at an angle. I'm doing this upside down for you guys so that you can actually see. What I'm doing. And remember, we have those slits, so there's going to be parts where it just slits off like that. All the slits. And this part here at the bottom, I'm going to turn it around to me so I can fix it. I don't want any wrinkles or bubbles. And if I end up with any, I will have to use my blow dryer to get them out. We didn't come all the way down with our transfer tape, so that didn't give our slit enough leeway, but again, we can fix that. So what I'm going to do to fix that little wrinkle at the bottom is I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit, and I'm going to lay it back down. This beer is giving us a little bit of a difficult time there. We want to make sure that it's flat. That's why it's important to make sure that your tape goes all the way down as well, because those slits really help. So we want to make sure there's no air in there and that we don't get any bubbles. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of transfer tape back over it and use my tool to varnish down there to really get it on there. Get those air bubbles out. And again, if they persist, I will go ahead and take my blow dryer and I will blow dry them out. But it looks like they're going to do just fine. Here we go. Chocolate and bearded. Love it. Yes. So we'll let this sit for a minute and I'll see if I have to get the blow dryer out. For this, there's a little spot at the bottom that I don't like. So we'll see if it actually stays down for us. Okay. put this in there. And there's our chocolate and bearded. Now we have one more. This one's going to be really simple because it's just the name, and we have his crown here. And I'm going to take the, actually I could just take this crown just like a little sticker. Just like we weeded it like a sticker. I'm just going to pop it off. Don't even have to use transfer tape. And I'm going to stick it right over his K. Right where it goes. And this will be considered layering too, just because it's going on top. Okay. And then we're going to get it on there. And our project will almost be complete. Didn't quite cut it the way I wanted it to. Okay. There we go. And we got a little bit extra. That's okay. We can reuse this little part on something else. And we'll get this off. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And where's our little varnisher? There it is. Our little squeegee. And we'll go and we'll varnish. And make sure it's really good on there. And then again, we will peel from the back at an angle, applying slight pressure to the backing to make sure that all the letters stay onto the transfer tape. Excuse me, you guys. You can tell I'm tired. My voice is cracking. But I really appreciate what those gentlemen did for me, so I want to get this done for them. And I have a little extra piece here. I don't know where that came from, but we will quickly get rid of that. And we're going to do our slits here. And again, the slits just make it easier. We would have had a much easier time with the beard if we had took the transfer tape all the way down, because we would have had slits there at the bottom. It would have gave us a little bit of leeway, a little bit of wiggle room. And remember, when you're doing this, be mindful of your design. You don't want to cut or slit your vinyl. You don't want to go too close to the actual decal. You just want to get your slits so that you'll be able to work with it, okay? Where we need him to be. Okay. Middle. Go down to one side. We're going to utilize our slits for this M in a few seconds. Oh, our crown got up there a little bit too high. So we're going to have to pop that crown off and bring it down some. But that's all right. And we're going to get in there. I don't like the route this game is trying to take us on. We're going to add another little slit to our transfer tape. And that'll give us a little bit of air in there. A little bit more leeway to get our M down. And there's one little part of the M we won't varnish until we get the rest of this off. And I won't varnish the crown. I'm gonna pop the crown off and actually move it down a little bit so that it's not hanging off of the glass the way that it is right now. Okay. So we're gonna peel again at an angle. And this little part of our M, we're gonna take it and stretch it down a little bit. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this. Got that off. Go down at an angle. And our crown. It's fine. Take it off with our transfer tape, and I'm gonna just bring our crown. Might end up having to put our crown on the other side, which is fine. Came up a little too high. I don't want the crown to be too close to the rim, so I just switched it to the other side. I actually kind of like it better that way. It's a little different. And there is our King Jamar glass. Stick our tissue paper in so you can better see our design. We twerked a little bit. We moved the crown to the other side. Came a little bit too high when I was putting it on. But in true crafter fashion, I improvised, and there we have it. Making sure we're centered here. And we are. That looks good. King Jamar, Chocolate and Bearded Rashawn, and our Dragon Travis. We have our 3 gifts for our 3 lovely Best Buy workers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick tutorial on how to do simple gifts. Simple gifts are how to actually make these glasses for sale. How simple and easy that was. It's something that's personalized. They're the only person in the world that's going to have this glass because you actually made it by hand. And so again, they make great items for gifts, and they also make great items for you to sell. Simple and easy. And I hope that they really like them. Don't forget to check out my tray seminar, March the 31st. Go to svgondemand.com. Use my crafting code GucciCrafts20 to go ahead and get 10% off of $20 or more. Also, I will be teaching classes in April, Cricut beginner classes that are way more in depth than the classes that I have on the YouTube channel. And y'all know how deep I get into my classes on YouTube. So imagine having me live on your computer in your living room answering your questions. So again, go log on to svgondemand.com and sign up for my classes. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video. I promise that the branding video is going to be coming to you guys next week. Again, I just need to really do some research on it, so I'm not bringing you no bullshit, okay? Love you guys, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Peace out.